Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com and Mom is on the show today, Ingrid.
Hi.
And we're baking again.
We're baking again, yes.
We're actually baking for St. Patrick's Day. This is how to bake Guinness chocolate cupcakes. It's traditional to make a Guinness chocolate cake, but we're going to do little cupcakes because they're easy to handle and kids can have them and whatever, because the alcohol is going to be gone. It's just going to be a nice, rich, delicious, fluffy, chocolatey cupcake.
It's easier for the adults to just grab one and go and watch football games.
It's true. It's true. And we're going to ice them as well at the end. But let's get started. So as the name implies, we're using Guinness, and that's beer. So this is what we're using, the original Guinness draft, and we're using a cup's worth. On our stovetop, we're going to heat that cup.
And don't worry about the alcohol if you're a non-drinker, because the alcohol all burns off.
That's right. So we're going to heat the beer and mix that with a half a cup of butter. And this is cubed and it's cold, but it's gonna melt. So we're gonna put that in the beer and let that just go till melting. Okay, this is just melted and you're gonna take it off of the stovetop. And I'm actually gonna use a mixer, but you could do this, all of this by hand. It's no big deal.
For sure.
Absolutely. Man, that smells good. Butter and Guinness, oh, that's a winning combination. Okay, so into my mixer it's gonna go. It's gonna cool down slightly as well right now. And we're gonna whisk in some sugar and some cocoa. I have 2 cups of sugar. So I have 3/4 of a cup of baking cocoa, in that goes. All right, so whisk that in. Make sure you start on low so it doesn't go poof, because cocoa will get everywhere. You can see the steam coming out. Be sure to scrape the sides because surely there's going to be stuff stuck on the sides. This smells like heaven.
I can smell it from here.
Chocolate and beer, and not just any beer, but Guinness. Oh, so rich and robust.
Yeah.
Dark, flavorful. Okay, that's well blended. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to combine some other things. I've got a nice little bowl and I've got one of my eggs already in here. So there's going to be 2 eggs. I like to do this first with the eggs. So in case there's a shell that goes in, you can get it out easily. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Please use real vanilla extract. It's very important that you do that. Now, a lot of recipes call for sour cream, but today I'm not using sour cream, but something very close, plain yogurt. And this is 2/3 of a cup's worth. And I'm just going to stir this kind of together, break those eggs up a little bit, and combine that with the yogurt and that vanilla.
Oh, God, the vanilla smells so good.
This whole recipe is like heaven to me.
There's anything in it that we don't like.
That's right. That's right. Okay, that's nice and mixed through. And I'm going to whisk this through with this mixture, the beer mixture. It's already slightly cooled down because we've taken it off the stove and we've whisked through it. So a little bit at a time. I'm going to add probably half at a time and whisk that through until it's well combined. Okay, so you get all of that in there. That's important. It's going to keep things nice and moist and rich and delicious. And scrape down the sides again.
This is going to be a really tasty cake.
It sure is. Finish combining that. Lovely. So now I have 2 cups of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. In that goes, and I'm just going to kind of mix the soda in with the flour before I start adding it to my mixture here, my batter. Now preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to add maybe 1/3 of this now. I'm going to stir that to combine it through and then add some more. You will definitely have to scrape your sides down. Add a little bit more. Scrape those sides down again. And add the rest. So we're going to mix this through to combine until you just don't see the flour anymore. Okay, you want it to be nice and smooth. one more scraping down the sides and finish that off.
That was a quick recipe.
Sure is.
Wow.
No muss, no fuss.
Yeah, the longest part is just scraping down something.
I think so. It really, measuring.
Yeah.
And I think we are good to go. Let's look. I did use the whisk attachment. Would you like this? So Mom gets the beater.
Does that ever taste good?
I'm going to show you what it looks like in here. That's what we've got going on. Oh boy, look at this. So it's good? You like that?
You should taste this.
Yummy. That's great. Perfect.
It has such a nice flavor.
Okay, so I like to put my batter into a measuring cup that has a spout. And that way we can try and alleviate a whole lot of spillage and mess.
Yeah. I think there's no real perfect way to do it, but certain things work better than others.
Look at this rich batter.
Ah, it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Don't waste any of that. It's almost exact right measurement. Okay, so we have a couple muffin tins with the cupcake liners, but you can use, again, you can make a cake if you want to. You can use silicone liners. You could spray non-stick ones, whatever you want to do, okay? So I'm going to fill these guys about 3/4 full. Take your time. Okay, so my oven is preheated 350, and these guys are full. So I have here 22, but it's probably gonna make 2 dozen for you. Okay, so into the oven, we're gonna go for about 18 minutes, I'm thinking. We're gonna start checking them around maybe 14. So we don't want them to burn or anything like that. You just wanna make sure that all is well and copacetic in your oven, and then let them go until they're done. You wanna make sure that a toothpick inserted to the center comes out clean, okay? So into the oven they go. Boy, they smell good. Woo! So these are gonna be the perfect dessert for tonight's dinner.
Right.
We're having corned beef, beautiful, and it's braised with Guinness as well. We've got cabbage and carrots and celery, and we're gonna have potatoes in there. It's gonna be awesome. Make sure you check out that recipe too. So we'll see you in probably about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, let's test these out. Take yourself a toothpick and right into the center of one of the cupcakes, and it came out clean. So this is perfect. This is 16 minutes on the nose, and they look like little tiny cups of beer. Of Guinness beer. They're beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and just let them cool for a couple minutes before we try to remove them to a cooling rack. And before you ice them, we're going to show you how to do the icing. But before you ice them, they need to be completely cooled. If you try and ice these when they're warm, it's just going to melt off. You're going to be so mad. How do I know?
Well, we've all done that.
We've all done it. So wait a couple minutes before I'm going to remove them because you want them to kind of set up a little bit. They're kind of delicate right now. Beautiful. They puffed up gorgeous. Look at these guys.
And such an easy recipe.
Look at that. Aren't they lovely?
I mean, it's even easier than getting that mix.
Yep.
Buying a mix already done.
Nearly.
I mean, you know, and a lot cheaper.
Even with the Guinness.
Yeah.
With the Guinness.
Yep.
Okay, so let's take these guys out of here. They are lovely. Look at that. Perfect little cupcakes.
Yeah.
And you save yourself so much cleaning by using cupcake wrappers. They're perfectly set up too. Nice and light and fluffy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, and they have a nice little
That's right. So there you go. Don't they look gorgeous? I can't wait to eat these, frost them and eat them.
It'd be good even without the frosting.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we might even do some without, because it's creamy, cheesy. And maybe some people might not like them with that.
Yeah, true then.
So we'll leave some without and some with. I'm eating it with. Look at that, no cleanup. Awesome. And there you go. So we're gonna let these completely cool, and we'll show you how to do the icing in just a little bit. All right, so let's get this icing ready for our cupcakes. They're nice and cooled by now, and all we need is this cream cheese icing, and I'm gonna put it on half of them. And then the rest of it, we get to enjoy cream cheese icing
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit. Anyhow, we have 3 really easy ingredients for this. There's icing sugar, 1.5 cups. There's 1 package of cream cheese and 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and that's it. So let me show you how to do it. Okay, so we are first things first. We're going to cream up 1 package of cream cheese. Want it to be nice and light and fluffy. I'm using the paddle attachment for this. It's ideal to use room temperature cream cheese. Okay, this is nice and light and fluffy. And we're going to add the sugar. I'm going to add 1/2 of it right quick. And I'm going to add the cream. I'm going to stir this to just combine it, and then I'm going to add the rest of the sugar. Scrape down the sides of that bowl and your paddle or your beaters. If you don't have yourself a KitchenAid mixer like this, you really should invest in one, because we use ours almost daily.
Yep.
And this is a really great sturdy machine. These KitchenAids are great. So make sure you check out our store at shop.cookingwithkimberly.com, and there's a couple models there for you to choose from.
Right.
You'll be really happy.
Right. And it's so easy to prepare your bread dough or dinner roll dough, and I mean, you could even mix up your pie crust stuff in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Really
Good
easy.
stuff.
All right, so we're gonna finish this, and we're gonna beat this until it's nice and smooth, but don't overmix it. It's unnecessary. Well, I'm just checking it to make sure that it's the consistency I want it to be. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more confectioner sugar to thicken it up a little bit, it just depends on the day, really. So I did add a little bit more, maybe another 1/3 of a cup, to kind of thicken up the icing here. Oh, this is a delicious ice. I love cream cheese icing. Try that, Mommy.
Me too.
That's out of this world. Carrot cake, whatever you're trying to make.
That is so delicious. Yeah, it's great on carrot cake.
So here you go. Here's the consistency we've got going on. Beautiful. It kind of holds together beautifully, but it's still a little bit loose. It's warm right now from being mixed, and it's going to set up even when you top your cupcakes or your cake or whatever you're doing. So that was the easiest recipe, wasn't it? For the icing?
Was, yeah.
3 ingredients and you're ready to go. Absolutely delicious, and not too sweet either.
No.
Really nice. So we're going to do 1/2 of these with icing and 1/2 not. You could do all of them with or without, whatever you want, but that's how we're doing it. So I'm going to grab myself a little cake decorator, but I am going to dip them first, and then I'm going to kind of finish it off. So I'm just going to dip it in here, like so, and I'm going to adorn it just a little bit more. Make sure that everything's coated, and you get a nice little frothy look. Now, the point of this cream cheese frosting on these Guinness chocolate cupcakes is that it looks like the frothy head from the Guinness beer. Yeah? So you kind of want it like uneven a little bit. Beautiful. Doesn't that look so nice?
Gorgeous.
You got to see it. So there you go. Look at how gorgeous that is. So it kind of looks like a frothy head of beer, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Awesome. And we're going to have to try it, this one.
You could put chocolate sprinkles on there if you want.
Yep.
You could do anything with it. Yeah.
Green sprinkles,
Yeah.
if you wanted to. Because, you know,
Or
you drink green beer.
You could even put green food coloring in it if you wanted. You
Yep.
have it all green.
And that would be lovely with the minty green color, with the dark Guinness. I'm just saying. Anyhow, let us finish these guys off, and you're going to see us try one of these. So we've actually done one of our cupcakes. Dips it in there. Look at how beautiful. Chocolate. Guinness chocolate cupcakes, and we're going to try one to try this icing. You ready?
I'm all for that.
You want to split this?
Sure.
It comes right out of here beautifully. Look at that. I love it. I'm having a bite.
That icing, it's so fluffy, has such a beautiful flavor. That cream cheese gives it a little tang.
So good. Man, that's good. I'm having another bite. And you can have it.
Golly, that's good. I know.
Mom, that cupcake is so moist and delicious and fluffy, but at the same time, it's so like rich and decadent. It's so chocolatey. You can taste that little bit of Guinness. They're not too sweet, and that's what I really love about them. They're not too sweet, and you can make your icing as sweet as you like, or not. Man, perfect combination with the cream cheese icing.
Yeah.
What a beautiful play.
I know, the flavor is just amazing.
Oh, and it looks so pretty with the white and the dark. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. You have to try this. Moist. They're so moist.
You're going to love it.
It's going to be a happy St. Patty's Day. Boy. Well, I'm done. They look awesome. And this is a really cool presentation to alternate them. You know, it's kind of like a checkerboard. Gorgeous. And you want to make sure that they're imperfect. You want them to look like the foam on the beer.
Right.
So there you go. There's kind of oozing over the sides and things like that. That is like clouds.
Little waves everywhere.
That's right. Beautiful.
They are beautiful. No doubt about it. Imagine serving that as a dessert, bringing it out.
That's right.
Great.
And I like giving people options because not everybody enjoys icing. Not everyone enjoys everything that you enjoy, you know, and they shouldn't have to either. So there you go. I love this. So it's beautiful cupcakes with or without the icing. They are moist. They are beautiful. They puffed up. They taste delicious. The chocolate and the Guinness, just beautiful. All right. So I hope you try this out. The combination, parfait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So I hope that you have a great St. Patrick's Day, and this is a nice little way to finish it all off. All right. So make sure you check out Mom's website at ingridturnertoday.com. Follow me on Twitter at cookingwithkime with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly, youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly, and we have a Roku channel. Make sure you do a search for Cooking with Kimberly. All right. That's it. Check out my website at cookingwithkimberly.com. Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.
Bye-bye.